Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back at Alton Towers finally, after the pirate event of course, on opening day. So obviously Nemesis Reborn is going to be opening. It's been crazy this morning. It's just been so funny just seeing like people running up to Forbidden Valley while I'm just strolling because I really can't be bothered to run. So I'm going to be heading up to Forbidden Valley, meeting up with a load of people today. It's going to be like flitting between groups, but yeah, I guess I'll see you when I'm in the valley. Coming up past Curse now. I will see you later, my beloved. And now I need to go and see a giant crab. Right, just coming up the way to Forbidden Valley now, so I'll just record bits and pieces. There's a new bit here. It's really cool, new freestyle section, which is awesome. Where like the geothermal biohazard was, I think. And we have a poster with Nemi. I just love all the people just running up. It's so funny. Yeah, I can see this a bit better now. And here we go. Big entrance. Oh, it's got all the tentacles on as well, that's cool. That's like a full entrance gateway as well. There we go. Phalanx facility.
Welcome, civilians. Everything is under control.
Yeah, I believe that. Oh, tank's been moved. Oh my god, the helicopter! Ah! Let's see what this. I think this is still under construction, this one. Oh my god, the helicopter. I mean, sad the drill's gone, but the helicopter. My god. I think there's going to be a load of Roman actors today. Look at that. Oh, and the name's Thunder Valley, so that's cool. Oh, we got the eggs. Oh my god, they got new games as well, that's cool. Load of Nemi eyes you can win. Oh, more roaming actors, there we go. Ah, there we go. Nemesis containment zone. The queue's already massive, by the way, but yeah, I'm just gonna get a load of shots from the side. And there we go. There's the new sign. Lovely. And people are already going through the queue, so that's great. So cool to see the crack so close up now as well. Now we're going to get an eye reveal. Sounds really weird that saying an eye reveal, isn't it? Oh, and it's closed at the moment. Oh, we'll seek the truth, I think. Look at that. Massive beast. And there is a better shot of the eye. Closed at the moment, which is so cool, but it's going to open later. Well, yeah, I would imagine it's going to open later, but probably when they open up. Got on the teeth as well. Oh yeah, see the truth down there. Let's go and get some more angles. And we've got the Retheme Acosta here, the ground compound. Good little pun there, I guess. Big Phalanx logo as well. Oh, they got some like contamination stuff over there as well, that's cool. There we go. And the new Nemesis Surveillance as well, the new photo place with big old tentacles. So cool with like the spikes though and stuff. And we've got an old Forbidden Valley sign here as well, that's cool. Yeah, this is just going to be like a walkthrough at the moment until I get into the really busy queue, if I do. And then here is where Funk and Fly was, RIP. Possibly something new coming into this area here, so that'd be cool. Project Ocean, I think. And then Supply Store Bunker 94. Oh, it's cool with like these tubes and pipes on the side and stuff. Got a sneak preview on the inside. And they've got the new like freestyle theming as well. That's awesome. Oh yeah, I realised as well Blade's got new theming on the top. But back to Nemesis. But yeah, there we go. Refresh and refilm. All newly themed. Loads of smoke coming out of Gal this morning.
Got your tickets already?
Yeah.
So a few places left.
So many tentacoins. Also met up with Luke as well, Vlogception.
Hello.
Jeez, you got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. It's like a three-way Vlogception with this, awesome.
You been talking to the creature? You been exposed to any extra-dimensional energy?
I don't think so yet, no. Good jet, there we go.
You're not
Should be
beeping, so that's a
fine.
good sign. And whatever you do, don't touch any tentacles. You'll end up like this.
Okay. Loving the new soundtrack, by the way. This is on some of the keyboard screens as well. Police officer missing. There we go. Theming. And if you still want to sign up for updates, can if you want, I guess. There you go. Right, so we're already loving the theming. Yeah, just met up with Luke and that lot from the VTO team, so that was nice to briefly see them. Actually, I think I'm just going to be like flitting between people today because there's just so many people, so busy. So I think I might as well queue up now, I guess, and yeah, get some queue line theming and stuff. Oh, hold on. Roaming actors there, carrying him some crates. But yeah, don't know how long the queue line's going to be mine, but yeah, I'll get into the queue, I guess. I actually changed my mind, queue's massive, so I think I'm just going to stay in the area for a bit and see when the eye turns on. I don't know, I think that's going to be like the opening ceremony probably. So yeah, I'll just stay in the area and soak in the vibes. The teeth are moving, I repeat, the teeth are moving. And the train is going. I don't know whether it's a test one. Look, I've got a nice view when she wakes up though, so... I don't know, I don't think there's anyone on that one though. But yeah, teeth are moving down there, which is awesome. If they'll move again, there you go, you can just about see them. Oh, here she comes, yeah, it's a test one. There you go. See it come round. Oh, and the smoke's going in the teeth. Oh, the eye's open. There she is. Oh, now she's closed again. She's a very tight grab. Right. There she goes. Yeah, she's asleep again now. She'll probably wake up in a second. Oh no, there she is. Oh, nearly waking up. Nearly. No, she wants to go back to sleep. There we go. There we go, nearly waking up. So close to waking up. Still got the Seek the Truth down there. Difficult to meet them later. There she's open again. Having a bit of a look round.
So that's what she was saying, that it gets more furious as the longer.
And another test train going up. It's good that they're getting test trains on the day as well. And the moment's just gone 9:30, so it's probably going to be half an hour more till we get first public trains. As they go around again. Here we go. Over she goes. Love the smoke effects. So cool. It'd be awesome to go through that loop with the smoke. And there she goes under the inverted loop. There she goes.
Everything's fine.
It's not. You're lying to everyone. You're lying. What have you got to say for yourself?
I love her. She keeps surprising us every day.
You're harming Nemesis.
I'm not harming Nemesis, no, I would never do.
Look at all these people looking. You're lying to everyone.
I assure you, I'm...
Self-game.
Well, if I can I talk for 2 seconds? Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Everything is perfectly fine. As you can see, she may be awake. However, this happens from time to time. It's perfectly normal. Perfectly normal.
Any final words? Maybe the truth. What about the guy who died? The guy who died.
Everyone is safe. Everyone. Yes.
No one believes you.
I've never been so sure about anything in my entire life.
Maybe you should answer people's questions.
Yes. Please ask away. Please.
The lives of all these people that you are telling the truth.
Of course.
Are you stealing eggs from Nemesis and testing on them?
Yes, we are.
So you're stealing
Well, can I
Nemesis
talk?
babies? You're stealing Nemesis babies, correct?
We are researching Nemesis's babies. There is a difference. You see, we have already made marvelous progress from the hatchery project inside VA1X, which is perfectly safe for you, all of you just over there. That has advanced our knowledge of this other dimensional being. Yet every day we make significant breakthroughs around this being. And of course, not to forget my magnificent scientists who work around data. What?
One more time. Seek the truth.
No, don't get the camera on him.
Seek the truth. And again. Seek the truth. Bit louder for me. Seek the truth. Bit louder.
Seek the truth.
Everyone together.
Seek the truth.
And again.
Seek the truth.
And again.
Seek the truth.
Keep going.
Seek the truth.
One more time.
Seek the truth.
There we go. Brilliant. Yes, brilliant.
Seek the truth. Seek the truth.
Oh, looks like maybe we're getting the first one. There we go. Hope Wardley's on that one. Here she goes. And the crowds go wild. Ah! There we go, going over the lift. There we go. They sound like they're enjoying it. There we go. Think they're going to go over the inverted loop now, are they? I don't know the layout of Nemesis well enough. There we go. And then it's going to come round here. There we go. Awesome. Right. So now we're in the bunker supplies. Big model here. So cool. Lovely lit up as well. We've also got James 2. The Cult of James is back together. We got Umbrella up there. We've got the veiny monkeys. That sounds wrong, but that's what I'm calling them. Lovely backpacks and stuff. But where's the pins? Let's see. We've got phone grips. Oh, that's cool. Got like a entrance pin, sub-terra pin. That's a cool one. And some like syringes. I don't know. You want to inject yourself with Nemesis, magnets, loads of stuff. Lovely soundtrack too. Oh, that's a cool pin. So tempted by all of them. I only got like a 1994 pin as well. That's cool. Yeah, I've not collected any of these ones. Cool with like all the stats on. And of course, John Wardley's book, which I still don't have. And they got some of the new trains as well. Lights and effects, sort of. Got the trophies, mugs, stuff. Giant eye. The leg. Some barrels. Oh, and this is cool. So they've got some, I'm assuming these like old bolts. And then a scale model of the cars. And then toxic waste.
Later.
Way later in the day, a lot's happened. I've met up now with a few more people. I met with, hold on.
Hello there.
David and Nathan, there we go. I got given a random platinum fast track, so now I'm officially going on Nemi for the first time. It's already looking amazing, so I'm won over on that. Now just to see if the ride experience is better. Obviously, I'm a really big fan of the original ride experience, so we'll just have to see, but I'm loving everything else. So yeah, I guess I'll see you when I come off. Here we go, going through the queue. Loving the new colour scheme as well. There's the helicopter up there, just in the background, probably can't see it. Oh, loving all this paintwork as well.
I almost had a blue.
And there we go. Right, and there's the helicopter with loads of smoke in it. Oh yeah, I can hear the transmission start, that's cool. And then, oh, loving that paintwork. I'm taking really awful shots of this, there we go. Lovely. Right, I've been hearing from these guys at the station, oh my god. Alright, okay.
Welcome.
Finally theming!
It's not a shipping container anymore.
Yeah, it's not a shed. Oh, that's awesome.
It's no longer home base.
I'm not even fully in yet, Jesus.
You did not just say that.
Oh my god. And like the bits going up from the... Oh, that's awesome. Hold on, I'll try and get as much as I can.
This station is
Oh, and it's got like ribs. It's got rib. Oh, and these bits are themed as well. Oh my god.
last detail.
Oh, this... Yeah, alright, this is awesome.
It's no longer just pages.
Yeah, oh, this is great. Right, I'm just going to put the camera quickly away now, but yeah, first ride on Nemi Reborn. Good luck. Just come off. Definitely love it more than the original. So smooth. A little bit slower, I think, but to be honest, I'd rather that than it being kind of like a shaky, but like no head bashing, nothing like that. I love it, and the theming's great. I think we're going to have to go on a few more times to get more of an opinion, but yeah, just great, love it.
I'm going to see the truth. I am. I'm going to do it.
Are you going to see the truth, right?
Yeah.
Move along then. Move along, keep on moving. Move along, move along. Keep going. Phalanx, good. Now you want to see it that much, don't you?
Yeah.
What division are you in? All of them. Which division are you in?
Oh, he's a liar! Tell you. Classified information.
Must be a secret. Good answer. I like that answer. Now, we've got X to attend to.
Aha!
Keep it a secret, okay? No, keep it a secret. Yes, move away, you secreters. Keep it. You must go this way.
I'm going to leak it!
Right, I didn't realise this earlier. The tentacles say Forbidden Valley, so that's why it kind of covers the sign. But yeah, that's awesome. It's gonna look really good at night. Right, guys, this is the most important thing today. The frogs are dressed as phalanx. I want them to do this for every event. I want to see little skin snatchers at Scarefest. That'd be nice. But yeah, the frogs are phalanx. Right, so just been in 2 Towers trading. Just have a bit of a look around. I bought pins, which is a shame. Hold on. I got this because it's beautiful. Yeah. I could not. And then I got a mystery pin, which is Hyperia. Get a lot of people. Darcy got like 2 Hyperias today.
That's
so
so much better looking.
Yeah, so I think they must all be Hyperia. I don't know, but yeah, that's nice. I mean, it fits my colour scheme as well, so that's good. But yeah, this one's just had to get it. And we also got some Nemesis posters. You can just about see them there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what we're going to be doing now.
Go back to Nemi.
Yeah, probably Nemi again. Hopefully Curse at some point today. So I guess we'll see you probably Nemi next or wherever. So on like the other side of the park now, near X Sector, because of course I had to get some form of Scarefest construction update in today. So I just thought I'd come to the Altonville area because I miss it. I've heard a few things are still up, so I just thought I might as well get it. Right, so most of the area's been cleared out. You can just see over there they got like a fence in the way. I'm really tired out by the way. And just a lot of the old theming. I don't know where the camper van's gone though, maybe it's around the corner possibly. But yeah, there's like the tidiest of Scarefest construction updates because I'm tired now.
2 days later.
Right, so it's a couple of days later now on the Monday. As you can tell, didn't continue recording as usual with most of these things. I mean, to be honest, I've been watching a few vlogs and stuff, and I've seen people either not recording the whole day or not recording outros or whatever. I think it's just because it was just a massive day, to be honest. Like, yeah, you know, very busy, a lot of people, very crowded. For me in particular, I mean, it was partially just because I was just so tired, and I think just mainly just wanted to like cover all the Nemesis stuff, but it's also because, as usual, got depressed partway through the day, which wasn't great. Yeah, just started like masking and stuff as well, like, you know, hiding how I was truly feeling and stuff. I went off to go to Curse, got on that a couple of times, got up to ride 72 now, so that's good. Finally beaten the 70 mark. It'd be nice if I could get to 100 maybe by the end of the year. I can imagine I could do that. But I mean, to be honest, I could get to 100 maybe in a couple of days, I don't know. Yeah, so I went on Curse a couple of times, then met up with the group, like the Joneses, Mike and Stace, that lot. And then we went on, oh yeah, and before that I went on another couple of rides, I believe, with like David and Nathan, and Aiden as well. Nice to meet you, Aiden, for the first time. And yeah, it was, I'll explain about how the Nemi rides went in a minute. But yeah, then we did Nemi, I believe we did Curse as well. I did Nemi in the in like the rain, in like semi-darkness in a way, so we didn't really get a night ride, but like Nemi in like the pouring down rain, which was just, I got very wet, let's just say that. I think then we did Curse, and then went to go and get some tea at Eastern Express for the first time. Had a sausage and chips. It was alright actually, that wasn't too bad, although I was a bit full to have all the chips. But then yeah, then came back home. But yeah, I just thought I hadn't done an outro and haven't really given my proper thoughts on Nemi Reborn in a way. I mean, I gave my very initial reactions to it, which I think was very much based off that first ride and getting a really good seat on it. But then I had 3 other rides after that, and fortunately I had this fast track. Probably wouldn't have gotten to Nemi if it wasn't for that, so thank you very much for that. I've got to say, for starters, like, the theming is just the thing that's winning it over for me. Like, I'll probably go into more on that in a bit, but theming amazing, immersion amazing. It's mainly the ride experience, where on that first ride I was on row 7 on one of the middle seats. I feel like the middle seats are the more comfortable ones. It's more intense on the outer ones. The middle ones, it's much more comfortable, much more smooth. But yeah, on that first one it was row 7, middle seat, and yeah, it was just smooth as butter. Really smooth, really good ride on that, and I'm glad that I got that kind of really good first impression of it. But then the next few rides, so I think the next one was on the front row on an outer seat, and I started to realise that the ride itself, the ride experience,
really hasn't changed. It hasn't got any worse, but I wouldn't really say it's got much better, I don't think. I think it still has that kind of slight head bashiness. I don't really get as much head bashing, so maybe it's slightly better, but I think that also might be because the restraints are a little bit lower, or at least they seemed a little bit lower. So that's a good thing, because the head bashing was always the biggest problem I had, but it still felt like it was throwing you around a bit, which I feel like a lot of people like, but for me, I don't know, I kind of preferred that first ride where it was lovely and smooth. Then the third ride, I believe, was on row 6 in the middle. Again, probably not as smooth as that first one, but it was still much better, much more comfortable. But I think at that point as well was when I was starting to become depressed, so, you know, probably not in the best mood at that point. Anyway, but still, you know, much more comfortable ride. And then that fourth ride, which is the sort of semi-night time one, it was kind of getting to dusk at that point. So I think some of the lighting must have been on, but it was so hard to concentrate because it was chucking it down at that point. And we were on row 1. I believe I was on the outer seat as well, but to be honest, I couldn't really tell how comfortable it was because I was having like a Rita experience with like the rain being like bullets on my face. Like it was painful, but it was kind of fun and funny just because of how drenched we all were. And we got to the top of the lift hill, and just as we went over, a load of water went right down my back, and oh god, it was crazy. But again, you know, that was kind of a fun experience, but obviously not a very comfortable ride, but still fun because, you know, just how funny it was, just the amount of rain, how drenched we got, and definitely very intense that. But yeah, I've been thinking over the last couple of days about, you know, because I was always thinking like, you know, ooh, could Nemi Reborn become my new favourite ride? And some good news for a lot of people, it has, but it's not because of the ride experience, because the ride experience for me is the same. But I was thinking about what my original favourite coaster was. By the way, I don't know whether I just said favourite ride or favourite coaster. It's not my favourite ride. Curse Alton is still my favourite ride. It's just still solid. I don't think a lot of stuff, until I start going to like more parks and stuff, I don't really think a lot of stuff like at Towers and stuff's really going to beat it. But yeah, it's my favourite coaster. I was thinking about what my original favourite coaster was, and that's Smiler. And the reason for that is it's not necessarily because of the ride experience, because you can have some good rides on it. I think, you know, nearer to the front, if you're in one of the middle seats, you can have a really good ride on it. But the main thing for Smiler for me was the theming, was the storyline, was the immersion. That's the main reason why I liked Smiler. The fact that you had the whole prequel with the Sanctuary and stuff like that. That's what I really liked about it, the high levels of theming, the immersion where, like, if you're in that queue line, you look all around, you've got, like, the Marmalizer, you've got, like, all the bits of track and stuff, you got the optical procedure block, you got all that stuff, and as I mentioned, like, the storyline with the Sanctuary and stuff that's added into it, that's the reason why I really love the Smiler. So, taking that metric into account, Nemi Reborn beats that by miles. It's just, and it's not just with the ride, it's the entire area, it's the whole of Forbidden Valley. Like, as soon as you go through that entry from Gloomy Wood into Forbidden Valley, you're completely immersed. It feels like you're in this kind of phalanx compound. You've got the massive helicopter, you've got all the new buildings which are all themed in really well. Even the Blade, I don't think I got any footage of the Blade, but yeah, that's had like a new colour scheme as well. And just, I remember standing like just outside the entrance and just looking over like where the creature was. And it's such a spectacle just to see the entire thing now, and the eye looks amazing. But I think my favourite part, of the air is probably the helicopter, just because I'm surprised that they actually got the blades and propellers moved as well. But it's just such a spectacle there. But I think my favourite part of the ride itself is in the station. The station is fantastic. It's going from just like a blank shed to now having so much theming crammed in there. I really appreciate that. Really makes you feel immersed. Yeah, it's amazing. I think John Burton's done a fantastic job on that, and yeah, just like, and I haven't even been into the main queue line yet. That's the thing, like, I haven't even seen all the theming yet in person. I've seen some videos of it, and it looks really great. But yeah, I haven't even seen all the queue line theming, and the soundtrack from all the bits I've heard of that, it just sounds so much better, much more kind of subtle as well. It's not just like this repetitive kind of, I mean, not that the original Nemesis soundtrack was awful or anything, but it's like it was pretty much kind of the same melody. With this one, it's got a lot more different bits. Like, I believe on the soundtrack, like, there are multiple different tracks which they use, so that's what I love about it, with the soundtrack for this one. But yeah, it's just, I just love like the immersion theming story, and that is the biggest thing for me. Because to be honest, I'm not really much of a roller coaster enthusiast. So any of the like, ooh, we're gonna go through a triple helix turn or whatever, that's probably not a real thing. I don't know, but yeah, like I'm not really interested in those bits or like necessarily how the ride feels. It does definitely factor into it somewhat. You know, it needs to be a comfortable enough experience, and I think the thing is, if the immersion and the theming is good enough, I can kind of overlook a bit of the comfortableness. Because, you know, I still think it was comfortable enough for me. Like, you know, just as Smiler is as well. Like, yeah, that final, I think it's the final corkscrew before you get into the station for Smiler. That one's always going to be painful. But, like, the rest of the experience is, you know, still pretty good. Even I've even had some, like, good row 4 rides on Smiler. And I think with Nemesis, it's kind of the same thing. Like, I can deal with it, but it's the theming and the immersion that just has brought it up so much more with Nemesis Reborn, and just with the area as well. I think the only thing is just now, and I think I've heard a lot of people say this, is they need to do something with Galactica. I think either give it a re-theme, which I think would be the better option, or give it its own area like Spinball Wizard, but I really think they just need to re-theme the whole thing and give it a storyline that actually fits in with Forbidden Valley. Because even with Air, like a lot of people like really loved Air and loved that storyline. Well, not storyline, the theming, but that's my point. Like there is no storyline really for Air even. Like at least Galactica gave it a storyline, but it just doesn't really fit into Forbidden Valley at all. So I think they really need to come up with something else. Like I think you could still keep it like with the blue colour scheme maybe, but you've got to make it like a little bit more kind of, you know, give it a phalanx thing, or I thought maybe like a Seek the Truth thing. You know, it could be like a Seek the Truth ride, because I know a lot of people had the theory that the Seek the Truth logo looked very similar to like the Galactica portal. So that means you could also keep the portal structure, but make it look like Seek the Truth or something like that. You know, that would be really awesome. But yeah, that's kind of basically my brief thoughts on Nemesis Reborn. I think it is definitely my favourite coaster now, but not because of the ride experience, because of everything else. The ride experience, I think, it works. Like, you know, it's not the smoothest in every seat that you're in, but then again, loads of rides are like that, like Smiler, like Wicker Man, Rita. You know, there are, you know, those kinds of rides where it's like it's not comfortable in every seat you're in. Then again, there are other rides where it is comfortable in any seat, like, I mean, I'd say probably Oblivion, Runaway Mine Train, 13, Spinball Wizard, obviously, where, yeah, it doesn't really matter where you sit, you'll be comfortable pretty much regardless. But yeah, it's just these kinds of rides where it's like, yeah, it's not always the most comfortable depending on what seat you're in. But it's not enough of a thing for me to kind of discount everything else and the amount of work and effort. I think also just the vibes of that day as well. And also, I forgot to mention as well, the roaming actors, really great. I think my favourite ones are Dr. Whittaker and the news reporter one. I can't remember whether she had a name or not. I do recognise the actress. I believe she was in... she played Bubbles at Oktoberfest, and she was in Tiny's Revenge as well. She was one of the cheerleaders. And yeah, she did a fantastic job. I recognise the guy who played Dr. Whittaker as well. He's brilliant. I think he was in Tiny's Revenge as well as one of the sheriffs. But yeah, just really great roaming actors and stuff. All the Phalanx as well who were out. That was great. It's a shame we didn't get Phalanx man back, John Dalton. Would have been nice to have seen him back in some way, but who knows, maybe they can somehow resurrect him at some point. But yeah, just overall really great, solid ride. I think the day, like, it started off really strong. I dipped in the middle, I think, to be honest, just because my social battery wore out, but also just negative thoughts always come in at some certain points. And then by the end of the day, it kind of went a little bit back up. I think it was just the weather, to be honest, that was... It became torrential. Fortunately, I had the brolly on that day. But, yeah, it was just a really good vibe. And to be honest, it was like a big social as well, which was nice, a big social meet. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't really... Because I was thinking, like, it would have been nice to, like, say hello to some people that I didn't know. Unfortunately, the opportunities didn't really arise. I think maybe at one of the Towers Times events, if I can get to any of them, that might be a good place to try and introduce myself. Because I did notice quite a few... people that I saw on Park, just didn't really have the opportunity to go and say hello or anything, because I think it was just such a busy day. But speaking of next visits, I'm not really sure when my next visit to Towers will be. Probably in April at some point. I know there's meant to be a Towers Times event called Twisted Vengeance, which I believe is on April 6th, but the fact that we haven't had any announcements about tickets yet, when we're less than a month out from the event, It's making me wonder whether it's actually going to be still on or not, because I can imagine it's an event that a lot of people are going to want to get to, so I would have imagined that they would have wanted to get the tickets out relatively early, at least a month in advance, so I don't really know what's going on with that. But to be honest, I might just do I might try and find out what like a quiet day would be, maybe in the week, and just go then, get some good rides on Nemi again, actually go through the main queue line for once, you know, when it might be short enough. Go and curse a bunch of times as well, go across the rest of the park as well. Like, there's been some really nice theming changes in X Sector as well. I mean, I went there briefly, but yeah, I didn't realise that Oblivion's had some nice paint apps added to it. Smiler's had a bit of cleaning up, new lighting as well for nighttime. And yeah, I didn't even go into Dark Forest really, so it'd be good to check that out. I'd love to do maybe a quiet day at some point, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other visits across the year, of course, for the events and stuff like that. So yeah, also just want to say thank you for everyone who joined me, everyone I was with for the day. Very nice to meet you all again. Nice to meet some people I haven't seen in a while. Nice to meet people who I've met more recently as well. So yeah, I'm tired, as you might be able to tell. Yeah, just still kind of recovering from not just from the weekend, but just kind of the week leading up was kind of rough as well at points. Some high, I think it was kind of like a week of highs and lows in a way. I had some really good moments, but also the mental health just came in terribly. So yeah, I think this week's just going to be trying to recover and get back on track, I think. Speaking of getting back on track, I guess the next video I think will be Minecraft. I think, yeah, because yeah, the last one was Power Wash Simulator. Yeah, so it should be Minecraft next. Probably still landscaping and doing really boring stuff in that. Probably talking a load of nonsense about. To be honest, probably just talk a bit more in detail about what happened over the weekend and the week prior to it, I guess, and just trying to think of things to talk about. Hopefully you've enjoyed this mess of a vlog as usual. And yes, until Minecraft, I will see you next time. Bye.